Right, first guest time. My first guest is a comedian, an actor who once threw knives for a living. Please welcome the unmistakable Mr. Eddie Izzard, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want a squash?
No, I'm cool. It just looked like something else.
All right. Yes, it does look a little like urine.
It does look like urine. I just thought maybe new thing, new show.
Urine? Yeah, new thing. I found that cropped up on last night's show. Urine becoming a bit of a theme. Eddie, did you have a nice Christmas? I have to ask you.
Yes, I had a good Christmas. Yeah. Well, I like. Well, when I was a kid, I used to really believe in Santa, and obviously that's gone now. And I now leave my. I think we take our Christmas decorations down too quick, don't you? I mean, I think they're almost ready down. There's just some sort of superstition thing. And I think we should leave them up. I leave them up to June or July, and nothing really bad's happened. So I'm just saying, leave them up.
Because they've still got the Christmas tree up in the foyer of the BBC.
But you know that sort of 12 days, you're going to take it down, oh, a sledge is going to hit
just leave it up all year.
Yeah. Yeah, well, leave them at least to January and February, because they're kind of boring, cold months.
Do you know what? I'm a bit, I don't know what it is, but I always think there's something slightly, you know, the gingerbread house thing, about people who have those outrageous Christmas decorations outside their houses. And you think that's sick? I don't know, I just think, you know, those people who go really over the top, like that childless couple who do that?
But, okay,
no, I'm not, you know, but you know.
Well, they should be forced to take it down, but the rest can keep it up. I mean, you know, just January, February, they're not fun months, are they?
No, they're not fun months, just keep it up.
We need another party, yeah.
Yeah.
They do. Okay. In America, they keep them up longer.
Good New Year's Eve?
What happened to New Year's Eve? Yeah, well, I did a gig. I was doing my play. I had to do New Year's. Well, so, no, not really.
Okay, which brings me into my first question. You're still in your play at the moment, Day and the Death of Joe Egg.
Yes, Day and the Death of Joe Egg, and apparently, according to the reviews, were very good.
Yeah.
I haven't read them. So
I heard Charles Kennedy say that to you in makeup.
What?
That the review's very good.
No, yeah, well, I've been told, so apparently we're very, very good.
Do you never read reviews, have you?
I had a look at them. You know, some people say, oh, that's a good one, and so I peeked at it. And there's one actually printed outside the theatre, so I couldn't help but put it.
Izzard is marvellous. He will run and run.
I know, so I had to have a look at that one for my own ego inflation kind of thing.
But you sort of do more acting these days than your comedy. And I always wonder, when you... Well, I don't always wonder, because it'd be an odd thing to always wonder, but I wondered for the purpose of this interview, when you fill in, say, a passport application, which is why I don't always wonder this, what do you put under occupation?
Oh, right, no, I did used to put comedian, but now I put actor stroke comedian. I'm actor slash comedian.
But it might move to actor or whatever.
It could move to actor and stroke writer, well, I don't know, or actor stroke weirdo. I think weirdo.
Yeah, just weirdo.
Weirdo would cover most things.
Weirdo, purpose of visit, sex tourist.
Yeah.
Take me as I am.
Then they'd throw you out immediately.
Yeah, they would, yeah. Now, you're quoted as saying you got into performing for the sex.
Yeah.
I read that.
Well, to get off with girls, to be attractive.
But which is actually, in your experience, has been a better bet for pulling? Actor or comedian? Which is...
Being a transvestite, really.
Does that do it?
It does, actually, strangely, which I didn't realise when it first came out. But comedian, actor, actually, I don't know. I haven't done much good work as an actor. My work is getting better, I feel, and initially it was not good. But I think there's some of the reviews that said, "Oh no, don't give up the day job and stuff like that." Yeah, as comedian, I think it's been more useful up to now. But I don't know. But yes, transvestite, putting on lipstick is quite amazing.
Well, chicks dig that.
Chicks dig that, man.
Well, we've got an audience here. We've got a number of ladies here. Ladies, have you ever felt the allure of a transvestite?
You think no one would admit it. But if we take them all back to a coffee house...
If we take them all now, you and me run amok with our trousers down.
It's not quite...
There's some enthusiasm.
No,
it is. Work the room.
It is, but it... All right, forget it.
Go on, no, go on. No, but you want to hear.
It's curious, because when I first came out, I just really thought that would be it, but... it's not all women, and women don't really sort of admit it up front, and most men still will go, well, if you want to do that, you know, that's fine, but I'll go to the other room and fly a kite or something. It's like they just sort of don't know, because you know, when you're growing up as a boy, if you're a straight boy, unless you're a gay kid growing up, if you're a straight boy.
Camp kids. You occasionally meet them, don't you?
Well, but also, if you're a straight boy, you can't go into the girly area, can you? It's non-defendable. You can't say, oh, I like that pink thing. No, you just may as well shoot yourself in the head.
Unless you're working a good angle.
Yeah, well, what angle would
Well, I
you...
don't know. Approximately 45 degrees.
Yes, I will.
Okay. And it also sounds like you just played the role I think you were born to play. And I know you said you were born to play an action Second World War transvestite.
Action transvestite, yes. Yes, in All the Queen's Men. Because I am action transvestite. You know, it's like kind of that Emma Peel thing that was, you know, action girl stolen off the boys kind of thing. And then I've stolen that back to action transvestite.
Right. But that role must have been written for you. There wasn't just... Well, we want an action transvestite. I know just the man. That's not coincidence. That must have been...
No, it was slightly... It was a kind of a drag queen part, which was great, but I just said, well, I'm not actually a drag queen. I'm a straight transvestite, which is a bit weird. And they compromised by making a bisexual transvestite.
Right.
So there's my wife, my ex-wife is in it, and also a male love affair that's in it. But and also I get to go around with a gun and a big dress.
Nice. So there's few things more frightening in life than a violent transsexual.
Well, just transvestite.
Just transvestite, okay. Now, you've done comedy for the French, I know.
Yeah.
And now I gather you're working on doing your stand-up routine for a German audience.
Yeah, I'm going to do it in Berlin in German, even though my German is not good. Nicht so schlecht at the moment. But, you know, I'll work at it until it gets better.
Okay, but I'm very positive. You're not fearful? I mean, there is an old thing about Germans and humour.
No, I don't think that's true. No, because I did, you know, All the Queen's Men was done with the German and Austrian cast and German Austrian crew. So I know they've got a sense of humour. It's just that we say...
What is their sense of humour then? What are they, what sort
well,
of
I just don't think...
surreal?
No, there's no particular... If you think of the British sense of humour, is it Monty Python? Is it Jim Davidson? Is it Benny Hill? Is it, oh, you're mad about the house? You know, there's several different senses of humour in every country. That's the point.
Right.
So the Germans already like Python.
But have you found by doing comedy, say in French and in German, what is the humour that kind of is not based on a particular culture, but that is humanity's humour?
Well, no, it's not even like that. I'm doing surreal, weird humour, and there's enough people in Germany and in France and in Iceland and in Sweden who can dig that stuff, because Monty Python have already been the trailblazers on this.
Yeah. And I've seen the Monty Python in German, actually. They brought out they did all their sketches.
They did it phonetically.
Okay, listen, Eddie, I was looking through your files, the Izzard files. I've got my big five, which I think... Big three? Big three. Okay, here we go.
I've just lost two.
Yeah, you have, unfortunately, time, but we'll see how we go. I've got down here that you wanted to join the army at one stage.
Yeah. End of that.
Okay.
No.
Paul, big five, we're going to be able to do that.
No, well, I was, because I got like sort of shooting things and flags and stuff, but I just didn't want to kill people in the end. And I thought, well, if you're going to be a transvestite, the army thing doesn't quite go together. And so I did the other bit. So I didn't do it. But I did a special
I kind of look at, it's not something I wanted to do at the time, but looking back, I kind of feel meanly about myself for never having soldiered.
Well, you know, it's kind of... I don't know quite how to explain this, but it does make sense. You know, I was kind of into that running, jumping, climbing trees. I was an action transvestite, when the transvestite bit's put in there.
But it's an action child transvestite.
Well, I used to have a bit of stand-up about this. I used to say, yeah, because the element of surprise is very important in fighting, you know, in wars.
That's why I'm surprised they call it Ministry of Defence. We all know attack is the best form of defence. Surely Ministry of Attack.
Well, no, but my point, let me do my joke.
Sorry, no,
but my one was that if you have blokes wearing a lot of makeup, I mean, what could be more surprising than the 1st Division Airborne Transvestite Brigade charging in? There would be guys just standing around like this, and you could take all their positions. You know, while they're just, oh my God, they're wearing makeup, you know. And it would really work.
The boys of the Queen's Own come to town.
Indeed.
Okay. Your favourite book is Lord of the Rings. Have you seen the film?
I suppose it's one of my favourite books. Yeah, no, I haven't. I've been, it's like one of those ones that I've got to see, but I just still haven't seen, because I'm on every night. So I have to go and see it in the afternoon, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, but
in the afternoon in the cinema and work in the theatre in the evening.
Yeah.
That's a day, isn't it?
I know, but I did go to New Zealand when they were filming it, and because I'm trying to do an acting, I was there and saying, they're doing Lord of the Rings, why wasn't I told? Where's my agent? You know, I just didn't know it was on.
Would you like to part in that?
I'd love to have just been someone and, you know, going around and going, oh, but they've, you know.
What that exact noise you'd have done?
Oh. Is this any good to anyone?
Man going, oh. Okay, you're 40 next month. How do you feel about that?
Great.
You have no problems with it? You've got another...
No, I didn't have if you come out as transvestite when you're 23, there's really no big problems you're going to have when you're 40, is there? I've done my midlife crisis all in my 20s. It's all sorted, really.
Okay, and lastly, are you lazy? Do you like that reaction?
So yeah, so
What, to look down at the next question? Okay,
Yeah.
you know, are you lazy?
I'm incredibly lazy, but with a huge drive. So I'm like, I just like to sit in bed and watch telly, but once
Look down your drive.
or look down my drive. Yeah, if I had a drive,
I just live in a house, too. Do you know, Eddie, I know you're going to stick around, but ladies and gentlemen, he has been the wonderful Eddie Izzard. Hang around for the separate Charles, Smith Mob.